Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we got this setup done to create iron sheet coils. So that's all taken care of. And off screen, I finished off the coolant exchange, there's the word, for the iron production. So that's all done. So there we are. Also off screen, I went ahead and set up a little bit of an oxygen production here that we're going to need for the steel. And so that is what we're going to be moving on to next, is steel production. I've already brought the piping down, so that's ready to go. I've also gone ahead and manufactured everything we're going to need to make steel sheet coils. So I think we're pretty much ready to go ahead and get started on the project. I am going to be doing this as a basically one-to-one series, because that's what I've been doing so far. It's a very efficient, effective way of doing all of this. So while this is 2 and 2, I'm going to do 3 and 3. It just means they'll be able to handle more input than what we're going to feed them. But, you know, we'll just feed them what we can, and they'll dump out what they can. So, it'd be 3 to 3 to 3 to 3, yeah, all the way down the line. So, I need to figure out where the end of the line is going to be. And so that we leave enough room. So I think that probably that should be sufficient room. And then the center line will be there. That'll give me lots of room for the inputs that are going to need to come through. So that works perfectly fine. Got plenty of room until I hit something I don't want to build on top of. And then we'll just kind of fill in elsewhere. But we'll worry about that later. I'd like to keep on this same line here. So actually, right about there. And then it's, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Though sometimes I do typically just blueprint it. Alright, so you guys are going to be processing iron with 2. And how much iron is this going to be taking as an input? 58.4, so a full belt. Well, almost a full belt. So there we are. There's our belt. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and connect everybody through on the surface. There we are. You're going to need some power. Alright, and this is going to get pelleted. And these pellet presses are only going to take a single a single module. There we are. Now, these guys are going to be feeding into blast furnaces, just like this. And actually, they're all going to line up, aren't they? No, that's the way that we want that to go. Alright. And then you guys are making iron ingots. With single modules. Alright. Now, this is going to be using this limestone. So since everything is basically the same, I can just run it through like that. And then I can just make a quick blueprint. Because then these are going to come through here as well. I actually need to make sure that they are getting fed fuel blocks first before I bring the coke through. Ah, yeah. Coke rate. Yeah, definitely fine. As far as the capacity of the belts. Okay, so they should be all working. Alright, now we need another set of blast furnaces. So we're going to need more fuel down here. Because we're making steel ingot. So, what I probably will do is slide that on there. No, it needs to be there. Okay, that gets that working. Now I need that oxygen gas. Actually, I'd like to bring it through here. There we are. Now everybody should have the oxygen gas and modules. Excellent. Okay. And then that is going to make our steel ingots. And then we're going to throw that into induction furnaces. Need more electrical coverage there. And you guys are going to be making molten steel. Using cobalt, steel ingots, and nickel ingots. And that probably means I want to do the same thing here that I did here. And actually, this is going to have to be further apart. That's a lot of steel ingots. Okay. Oh, nope. We don't want to take those. Okay. Those probably we want to get rid of. Go store them somewhere for the time being. Alright, and so these are actually going to need a module per. Alright, and they need to go into a strand casting machine. And I could just do that. Hook it up directly. And then we will need to figure out how we're going to exchange the coolant. That shouldn't be too hard. It should just be a matter of doing something like this. I mean, how much coolant are we talking about? $250 per second? That's not that bad. Alright, the problem is, how do I get the coils out of here? Now we're only producing a total of 25 per second out of all of these guys. So, what I could do is just use inserters. It's not my typical way of working, but should work. I'll just use two. One on the near side, one on the far side. And then we just throw in a 3-to-1. 3-to-1 balancer, and that should balance everything out. Not that you really need the 3-to-1 balancer, but, you know, if you have it, why not? Alright. It should work. We just need to bring over some nickel and some cobalt. How much are we talking? 30 per second each. So that'll just be a single belt a piece. No big deal. Alright, so for here, now here we are going to be using splitters. Alright, and now we go for the cobalt. Alright, and that will come through here. There it is. Alright, and that should come through there. Alright, it fits. Alright, now, why aren't you... Oh, that's probably because these things aren't working because they don't have any coolant. Because there's no buffer system between the two. It should be alright. Alright, so, the coolant system. We should basically be able to set this up the same way as this. Now, do I actually want to do that? Sure. Let's do it. Now I need the same system there to read the contents. And there we go. So dump 50,000 units of coolant from there to there. And then these guys will take care of filling that back up. Yeah, there's just way more capacity there than we need. Which is good, because we're going to need quite a bit of coolant once all of this is built. So, where are my pumps? Where are my pumps? There we are. Just completely blanked on where they were. Oh no, that isn't going to work, is it? That is not going to work. We're going to need to move this pipe down to there. There we are. So that we can run this pipe Alright, it's coming down here. It'll need to move over a little bit. I'm going to bring it down. Maybe on that line there. Yeah, that doesn't work. It'll have to be one grid point over, and it'll need to be there. And that should be fine. Those won't mix. Yeah, these guys are going to need a module. All right. And now the spent coolant will make its way. Oh, that's not going to work. Need to jog that over a little bit. Alright, and then here across the tracks, we'll bring it back this way. Alright, now we're ready to route that into the cooling system. here. I'll need to move it over a little bit. Maybe there. One, two, three, four. One of these and one of those. Alright, so the spent coolant makes its way this way. Into there, and then we're going to need some water. There we go. Now put some water into the system, some cold water to cool down the coolant and make some steam. Steam gets turned into purified water. Purified water gets routed into so this isn't really producing anything, right? It has 99.9 steam. Somebody here is making purified water. This guy is. What I should probably do is throw a non-return valve on here. On there, and well, this is a pump. I don't want to pump there. I'm going to use non-return valves. Alright, well, we'll see if that's enough capacity. And the only way I'll be able to see if that's enough capacity is, you know, when the whole system is running at full tilt. Then we'll be able to see. Alright, we're going to need a filtration unit. We're going to need an assembly machine. And then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 ceramic filters. Alright, so the cooled okay, so yeah, the cooled will that work? Actually, let me move it a little bit higher. Actually, right there should probably be fine. Okay, so the cooled down but still dirty coolant. Let me see, what line do we want to put this on? It'll probably have to be over there. Goes in there. We do this. Do that. And we need to bring over the purified water to clean the filters, and we're going to do that. Yeah, that doesn't really work. There we are. All right, and then our new filters, put that there, and that ought to work. And then the newly cleaned, coolant then comes up here. And gets routed into there. All right. So that should all be working. Oh, purified water. Right. We're doing this differently. We're doing non-return valves. Let's see, can I route that through there? I think so. There we go. Okay, so that should be complete for steel. And yeah, they've been able to actually make enough coils to fill in all of the belt here. Alright, so next thing we need to do is we need to start making these steel ingot processes here. Can I drop these to 1 to 1 to 1? Almost certainly, yeah. 1 to 1 to 1. Which is basically just copies of this whole system here. And we just do 2 more of them, because I want 2 of these sets. One to make the ingots for the cobalt steel, one to make the ingots for the Invar plate. So that is probably going to be the project for next episode. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.